The only way to reveal the truly epic nature of the Tubu Women's Sahara crossing was to film from the air. The best tool for this job was a Sinibu, a hot air balloon with a small motor. But temperamental technology and cantankerous camels combined to make this the hardest desert shoot of all. It took 3 days of hard driving before cameraman Toby Strong and the crew could reach the women and start filming.
Driving in the desert, it's so difficult. You've got all these ridges, troughs, you know, the guys are going down stuff like this, and we're getting stuck all the time. And that means everyone's stopping everyone out. It's frustrating, but you know, it's nature of the beast who are here in the desert.
They reach the launch site and start assembling the Sinibu. Danny Clay Morel designed it specifically for filming. With only a small engine, it flies best in the cool morning air with no more than a light breeze.
This is my first time up in a Sinibu. I've got two friends, two cameramen who've been up in this. The first one, they crashed into a tree. And on the second occasion, that caught fire, the actual engine. What I think we're going to do is go up, and I might have lied a little bit about how heavy I am, so I think we might just find out that he needs a little more gas. Kind of a bit of a test flight like that. But the camels haven't read the schedule, and they've gone to 4 corners.
Every night, the camels are released to search for food. So each morning, it takes time to round them up again.
Okay, we have to go. It will be too late after.
When the camels are finally ready, Toby and Danny set off to film the women loading up. But the shoot doesn't go well.
What happened was the balloon took off, the butane gas has been cold overnight, and the burner was cutting out. They almost came down within the women and the camels. And then the balloon came down, bounced, took off again, completely freaking out the camels. So not a very good start to the morning.
We lost the burner 4 times, plummeted down over the camels, the Tubu women and the kids. Obviously it freaked them out, freaked me out a little bit. So that wasn't great on the first flight.
After a few more flights, Toby becomes acutely aware of the wind.
Working the Sinibu's almost exactly like a boat. You've got the wind going in that direction, and although the Sinibu's got a motor, you can't really go against the wind. So you've got one pop at each shot.
Difficult with the wind. Wow.
We're fighting the wind too much, the engine's revving, and there's vibration and shake. I've only got very limited arc to pan around. So there's a huge amount of skill involved from Danny and the guys on the ground getting the camels going the right way. So it's a massive logistical operation.
At the beginning we had problem with the gas, and after problem with the wind. So, but tomorrow will be better.
The next day, after an early flight, they face another problem. The Tubu women don't hang around for the crew to pack up the Sinibu. They only have enough provisions for a normal trek across the desert, so the team has to play catch-up.
No idea where our camels have gone. There's 25 camels out there. You'd think, oh yeah, we'll find them, but it's not, you know. You look around and it is just like an ocean with a gentle swell. So we're just driving around peak to peak, seeing if we can spot them.
Good news, we've hit the main caravan route, which is a bit like the M6. And even better news, there's a few groups of camels coming this way. The boys with better eyes than I say they think that this is some of our groups, so it's good news.
Yeah!
With the camels in place, Toby and Danny at last see the opportunity for getting some really good shots.
Not so bad. It's nice.
I think we got some nice shots. And then at the end we went up really high, and to see the whole desert opened up was extraordinary.
as a good flight.
They've had some success, but the biggest challenge lies ahead, filming the women's arrival at the well. But on a dusty night, the stars of the show go missing.
We've just been using our big spotlight as a beacon because 3 of the women and 6 of the camels didn't make it into camp tonight. And here in the desert, there's a very good chance of people getting lost. And thankfully it works, so everyone is safely into camp for the night, which is brilliant news.
It's only when the sun's gone down that Toby has time to deal with a domestic problem.
We brought out 30-odd cases from England. One bag didn't turn up, and that bag was my clothes. So couldn't wait for it, had to come into the desert, and that is why I'm washing my shirt quite regularly in my allowance of water. None of this goes to waste. This water will be used for tea tomorrow.
The next morning is the most important one. The women are due to arrive at the well after days of navigating across the desert. It's crucial that Toby gets shots of them arriving, but as usual, there are difficulties.
The logistics involved of finding where the well is and then driving the whole way round so as not to get any tyre tracks, Danny having to guess where the wind's coming from, a whole logistical operation of getting right here for this point is enormous, and we've just about managed to get it right, and we're all here, we're ready to go. The wind is perfect, Danny got it spot on, and the camels are maybe 45 minutes away, so it's massively frustrating.
Now it's absolutely perfect. No camels.
Yet again, the camels have gone off foraging in the night. Then, at last, as the sun rises, they appear over the horizon. Everything comes together. The women and the camels are ready, and with no wind, Toby is able to move around them in the early light, capturing a magical scene. As the women close in on the town of Fashi at the end of the trek, the crew can finally relax with their problems behind them.
Nice. It was a very, very nice flight. Nice light, good speed of wind.
We've got a problem. I thought we landed far enough away from town to be out of everyone's way, but looking to the horizon, and there are hundreds of specks running this way. I reckon we got 3 minutes before we're completely engulfed. Okay, I think Danny's off to intercept the hordes.
Bonjour, ça va? Hein? Non, 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 pas de cadeau.
These kids must be so excited. I think Danny's got a bit of a treat for them.
Un, deux, trois.
To the delight of all, the crew have triumphed against the odds and the stubborn camels.
Allez, un, deux, trois.